trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
2 for 1.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Able to fight through one tackle. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, 76 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground is usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come back.
To throw is Watson. He's got Fuller. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Come back. Richmond.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. On first down, Watson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Thomas, the intended target.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Unable to corral him. He fights through. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So Gurley gashes the defense. A lot of people say, do you take running backs early first round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you, but even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football. He is electrifying.
I want you to know that I did not mean to do that, by the way. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abukum able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Back to throw, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll try and run for it with Miller. He spins free. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And his kick is good. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Now Goff. Steps away. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Come back, come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Michael Blocker's in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. First target, first catch, and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, it's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson underneath for Miller. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Richmond. Two jet.
Watson looks to throw again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. 2
yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. On first down, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a second and long.
Merlin, Merlin. Slide. Like 20. Hard ball.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, and it's third down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Third and long. It's gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
180. Start left here. Hard ball.
Now Goff on first down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On first and 10, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. An even 90 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And here comes the Texans now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Goff. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 straight shots on the ground now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He's at the 40. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
20. Go. Deuce.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Watson. Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Samson Ebukam in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Go, Jack! Richmond! Come back!
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Tiger!
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Come back, come back.
From the red zone now, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 22.
Super 66.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now it's Gurley across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now a first down throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come back.
On first down, Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff to Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Do jet.
Now it's Watson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Richmond. Come back.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 41 yards. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. To throw is Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Steps away, and the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Do jet. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will have a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick 6. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 52 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Get up!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
20. Let it go.
To throw again is Ryan. Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, it's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Two-jet! Richmond! Richmond!
Watson just beating the play clock. It's complete to Fuller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
Watson looks to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Richmond! Two-jet! Come back!
And they'll run for it with Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
You know what? Now and then it pays to take chances in this league. You can't play everything by the book. You're on your own side of the 50, but all you need is a few short yards. And they're able to convert to keep the drive going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Tiger! Come back!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ready! Gun! Here we go!
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete.
feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. Eluding, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 24, the 40, past the 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
He's got a man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the deep.
Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 47 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many.
This is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right, and that's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mariota again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And Walker has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis from 17 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. extra point put through by Succop. And that will shave one more off this lead. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Richmond. Do jet. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Richmond.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Richmond. Tiger. Down. Blue 80. Richmond. Come back.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Cunningham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
On first down, it's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. 23 yards on the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first down throw, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Finding room to the 20. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller taking it in. And the Texans are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. His throw incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mariota. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One.
Mariota on first down. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this